So, I am back from the BLINK-182 tour. This has been a crazy weekend for me. I saw Janet Jackson on Friday, Taylor Swift on Saturday, and now BLINK-182 on Sunday. This was a great weekend. I don't know if I'm ever topping this. I might as well just not even try. But Blink was absolutely phenomenal. It was such a fun time. I don't know how I managed to score tickets under 200 that were actually really good. I was really fairly close to the stage. I wasn't floor level, but if you're planning on going, I recommend doing what I did and maybe waiting closer until the show. And I mean hours before. I got my tickets, I think 2 hours before doors opened, or before the show officially started at 7:30. So yeah, the ticket prices were crazy. I think balcony seats were in the 300s, which is insane. So that's just Ticketmaster, I guess. But yeah, definitely wait until a little closer to the show. You'll might find some good deals. But in terms of the show itself, I mean, it was a great reunion tour. It really felt like they were back, they were doing all the big hits, obviously. And they had some surprises in there too. They did Stay Together for the Kids, which that was a nice one to hear live. They did Adam Song, which I didn't think that they would do live. That one is really emotional, so I wouldn't blame them for not doing it live, but they did it. I cried. It was fabulous. What else? I'm trying to think. I think I think Tom, in his usual way, changed the lyrics in Always to I hate, or I'm sick of hand jobs, I hate them, instead of I'm sick of fights, I hate them. That was great. Loved that. There was so much chemistry between the three of them, especially Mark and Tom. There was a lot of banter in between the songs, and it felt really natural. It was just, the great thing about them is that even if they don't, not to be shady, but even if they don't put on the greatest performance of all time, they're just fun to watch. They really are just three guys on stage having fun. So I love that. It was just a really nice, positive energy. And the set list was great. Again, like I said, I think they did around 20-ish, 25 songs, around that. But it was all the hits, all the good ones. If I did have to say one thing, I do wish sometimes they would go a little deeper in their discography. But the thing is, it's not like they really have the opportunity to, because let's be real, they're either broken up or they haven't released albums within, what has it been, since 2011? Since the last album with Tom. So yeah, I mean, I understand why they did more of a general greatest hits style of show for this, because it is the first show back with Tom, so it makes sense. But I do wish, selfishly, that they would do some deeper cuts. I want to hear Wishing Well live a lot, maybe one day. And they didn't do Stockholm Syndrome either. I thought that they were going to do Stockholm Syndrome, but they didn't. Or Going Away to College. I would have loved to see that live, because I feel like those are songs that are deep cuts, but they're fan favorites. So I don't know. I do wish, some more of those kind of cuts made it on. And also, there was nothing from their first album, which kind of surprised me. I thought that they would maybe do Carousel or Eminem's, but yeah, whatever, it's fine. Again, I shouldn't, beggars can't be choosers, It was what they wanted to do, and they wanted to do a more greatest hit style of tour, because this is sort of a reunion for them. So I understand why it wasn't deeper cuts. But all in all, yeah, I loved it. Was it worth paying? Well, I'm actually not kidding right now. I paid $181.45. I was actually pissed. I was like, can we round that up to just make it an even 182 for my OCD sake? But that was a really good price considering how expensive concerts are now. I thought it was worth it. It was expensive, but I had a great time. I wouldn't pay over $300. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. If you somehow manage to find floor seats for 300, I mean, okay, sure. But the prices are just insane. And I'm not trying to say that it's not worth it, but it isn't worth it. I'm sorry. I just don't think that ticket, and I'm not trying to like blame them or anything, but I just think concert tickets are so crazy now. And for an act like Blink, who, again, I'm not trying to be shady, but it's not like they're at their peak popularity right now, I just can't imagine paying over 300 bucks and sitting in a balcony. I just think that's insane. So yeah, I think wait until the day of the show, maybe up until a few hours, and just snag those last minute tickets, because you'll get a better deal. It's a lot more stressful that way. I was stressed literally up until the hour before I left. I was like stressed trying to get these tickets, but then I managed to get them. So it's worth it if you don't mind going through all of that. But yeah, Blink-182 tour, great time. If you could find tickets that are a reasonable price, I definitely recommend going. Absolutely a quality performance. They did not disappoint. So that is my review. And now we just need a new album. We have awaited long enough.